Hi, today I'm going to show you how to generate reports within your QuickBooks software. So it's simply going to be how to access the reports. There's other videos, other guidance available where we talk about what the information is given in the reports and when you should be using them and that sort of thing. So it's simply where to find the reports within your software. So this is the landing page when we go into our QuickBooks software, and on the left hand side we're looking for just the reports menu. Really straightforward, not complicated. So one thing to mention on your reports menu is you have the favorites at the top, and this is so that you don't have to keep scrolling down the software down the list of the reports every time you want to find a report that might be quite far near the bottom. So if you're regularly using a certain report, just simply put this check the box to put a star in the box, and it will put it up into the favorites for you. There we go. Now you can see that one that I just starred. So that's just a little tip to save you a little bit of time. So the 4 reports that I'm going to actually show you how to generate are the profit and loss, balance sheet, your aged debtors and your aged creditors. But as you can see, there's a whole host of information available. So as you can see, the profit and loss has already been saved to the favourite. But if it's not there in yours yet, then you can just scroll down, and the profit and loss is not too far down in the business overview. And so if you just click on the report that you want to generate, and it will default to the current year, to today's date. But you can use this bar at the top, this little panel here. This helps you to actually tell the software what periods you want the report to display for, and what information that you want to see. So in the profit and loss, so it might be that you want this year to the end of last month, for example. You can always do a custom date and just put the dates in that you specifically want if you have a specific requirement. You can actually look to see a total for the period, or, for example, you can show month by month, or even quarter by quarter, depending, again, all depends on what you're looking for. You can also run comparative reports where you compare with a previous year, for example. So you might show your month by month profit and loss for the financial year to date, and you might want to see at a glance how that compares with the previous year. I'm not going to select that one for now, just so as not to overcomplicate the demo. But once you're happy that all the information is what you're looking for, just simply click Run Report, and then it will generate the report per the information that you've asked to see. So here you can see your rows here with your income and your expenses, just everything you would expect to see in a profit and loss. And it shows you the total on the right hand side, but then it's actually breaking it down month by month, because that's what we've said here that we want to see. And if I quickly just pop now a comparative with the previous year and run that report, then you can see it just there's not actually anything in the previous year in here. But you can see it just puts the previous year's data side by side, and then the same for the total. So a really handy report there. So back into the reports, and we're going to run our balance sheet. Exactly the same. We've got the panel at the top where we're saying which data. So I'm going to say that I want this year, but to the end of last month, and I'm going to run the report, and the balance sheet will be generated. Now, with all of your QuickBooks report, you can export them simply by clicking this export button here, or you can print them directly if you prefer. So once you click export, you can export to a PDF or to Excel, whichever is easiest for you. But Excel can be quite handy if you want to make notes on the data, or maybe sort of build on it into some other purpose. but you simply select that, and then that will generate as you've asked it to. So looking at our debtors, then we're looking obviously for who owes you. So we've got, I would be looking at the customer balance summary and the detail report. So if we click on the summary, again, we can change the periods that we're looking for, but I'm actually looking at this point to just find out at this point in time who still owes money to the business. So here we can see a list. So as you can see, that's just showing us a total of the people that owe us money at this point in time. If we just hop into the customer balance detail report, then you can see that's actually showing us more information. It's actually showing us which invoices are still outstanding and when they were actually invoiced. And you can just click on the hyperlink for the information, and that will actually take you direct into the invoice if you wanted to look at it. Just to mention, all of these are completely outstanding, but say if a customer has already part paid an invoice, you've got the amount in this column showing the actual original amount of the invoice, and the open balance is what they still owe at this point in time. And as previous, you can export these reports. And the debtors report is one that's particularly useful to be able to export to Excel, because that enables you to make notes on your contact with the debtor and any agreements you make or what they say, so that you don't forget, and just keeps it smooth and makes your credit control as efficient as possible. So very similar to the debtors, we're going to look down to what you owe. And again, I'm just going to go straight into the detail report. It's the same principle as with the customers. You can just look at the summary, which will show you who you owe money to and just show you the balance for each supplier. The detail will show which invoices are outstanding. So you can just make sure that you've not overlooked and everything is still within the terms that you have agreed within your supplier to make a payment. And obviously, if your supplier sends you a statement, that's ideal, because then you can just reconcile that to the report, just to make sure that you've got all of your invoices and nothing has been missed off. So that's how you generate your reports within your QuickBooks software. And just, have a play around with the information, even if you feel that you're not very confident in understanding the information that you're getting from each report. Just take a little time to have a little look at it, ask questions, and see how it changes with the data that you enter as well. That's a really good way of learning and understanding more from your reports, from your software, which ultimately will help you improve the financial management of your business. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.